Hi, it's Marina, the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card weekly guidance for the 7th through to the 13th of August. So we've got a really exciting week this week because it's the Lionsgate portal, which peaks on the 8th of the 8th. And it's the Lionsgate's portal because we are in Leo season. So this is a really magical week. There's lots of light codes, there's lots of abundance, there's lots of planetary stuff going on that's supporting us with our manifestations, with our growth, with our evolution. And so our bonus card for this week is Magic and Miracles. So if you've not picked a card or tuned into a card yet, I want you to tune into cards 1, 2, 3. I would encourage you to listen to all 3 messages because, as I say each week, they all blend, they all weave into each other. And this week, there is no exceptions. And you know what? It's a beautiful, beautiful, magical week. So we have all of these light codes. We have all of this amazing frequency of light that is coming through the Sirius Stargate. It is traveling through our own sun. And on the 8th of the 8th, it directly is in alignment with the large pyramid of Giza in Egypt. And so there's this kind of like direct alignment, and it might feel a little bit intense on Tuesday on the 8th, but it's all part of our process. And it is a beautiful time to set intentions, to really kind of dream about the manifestations, the magic, the miracles that you want to experience. And so I would invite you to do a little bit of that work on Tuesday. But the cards that we've got this week really support manifestation, really, and allowing yourself to dream and really think big in terms of what it is that you want to change, transform, and also experience in this lifetime. So if you've picked card 1, and remember, listen to all 3 cards. If you've picked card 1, it's synchronicities and signs. So all the synchronicities and signs are there, but are you listening? This card is saying, perhaps you are feeling a little bit doubtful. You're maybe not trusting your intuition enough. And this card is saying you absolutely can trust yourself, but it might be that you're not seeing the synchronicities or signs, or maybe the synchronicities and signs aren't there because what you're focusing on is not in alignment. So it might be that you need to go back to the drawing board and reconnect in. Or it might be that you are ignoring your soul desires, urges, and wishes in the hope of perhaps another outcome happening, perhaps to please somebody else. Or it might be that there's a fear that's there, and rather than feel the fear and do it anyway, or it just feels too big, you're ignoring what you're ignoring your inner wisdom. And so synchronicities and signs is coming forward because this card is asking you to trust your inner wisdom, your inner GPS, your inner guidance. But also, if you are looking for external confirmation with your guides, then it's about understanding what your synchronicities and signs are. And normally for me, when synchronicity happens, it's like I've decided to follow a path. Maybe I've decided to sign up with somebody. And, it might be quite a big investment, but that's how I tend to do my expansion and my growth. And I just find that person that I decide to sign up with, there's just lots of synchronicities that lead up to me actually making that decision to do that. And then there's a lot of confirmation synchronicities that then show up afterwards, reaffirming that was the right choice. So you might find that is kind of what happens to you, or it might be that there's little signs that drop in, just kind of affirming that decision that you have made, or the signs are showing that you need to look at something more deeply because you're maybe avoiding or ignoring it, like we've just said about your inner guidance. So what synchronicities and signs are going to show up for you this week? What are you trying to manifest? What do you want to change? And do you want to ask for your guides for confirmation? Not for validation, but for confirmation. You should know inside yourself, but sometimes we want to put it out there and say to the universe, you know, show me a sign that this is the right direction. If you can come to this decision yourself, it is more empowering. You know, I wouldn't always rely on putting these things out to the universe and only kind of making your decisions if you have a synchronicity or a sign. But if you are doing it every now and again, then absolutely. Or you might find that you're not even having to put it out there, but there's just loads of synchronicities and signs showing up, really showing you, oh my gosh, that was, yeah, totally the right decision to go with. And, you know, it's like a celebration with those synchronicities and signs. So are you seeing your synchronicities and signs? Do you know what your signs are? For some people, they're still learning what their signs might be. So as it shows in this card, they could be feathers, they could be butterflies, they could be rainbows, they could be the 4-leaf clovers, it could be coins, it could be repeating numbers. You're going to have your own symbol or your own thing that, for me, repeating numbers tends to be a thing. And feathers, actually, I do find feathers in places where they shouldn't be. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, right, okay, no problem. Sometimes those feathers can come in and it's like, okay, do I need to go and connect with somebody to get some more guidance? Because that's also perhaps a way that your guides try and get your attention, because they want you to connect in some way. So synchronicities and signs, are you finding them? Do you need to understand what yours are? Are you asking too much? Are you not asking enough? What synchronicities and signs are you going to see this week? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. Are you undecided about a particular decision? And, you know, set that intention and ask for a sign. And just notice when the sign comes up. Don't ignore it. But also what I would also say is don't intently look for it either. Normally with a synchronicity, a sign, it's like it's unexpected and it's like, oh, okay. And you just notice it and it feels natural. When you're forcibly looking for a synchronicity and sign because you're trying to force the outcome, that's not right either. So just allow the universe to communicate with you, your guides to communicate with you in a very fluid, very relaxed way. And that's when you'll see the synchronicities and signs. So let me know how that card resonates. I'd love to hear. Listen for card 2, because that's coming up next, and this is going to support number 1. Also, if you want to get your own deck of cards and play along with me each week, it's the Akashic Oracle card deck. The link is in the description below, or you can DM me and get that. And if you want to also have me support you with your own Empowerment Oracle session, then I can do that either on a quarterly basis, and you can start that journey with me for £33 a month, or you can have a single session with me also. So reach out if you want more details around that. So card 2. Another beautiful card that features rainbows, and it's gratitude practice. Now, what this reminds me of is we are in the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. We're in this energy. It's going until the 12th. So it's kind of right up until, you know, the end of this week of this reading. And so you can see that we've got this female and she's got her arms outstretched and she is receiving all of these light codes, all of the magic, the rainbows, you know, everything is being bestowed upon her because she's being open, she's asking to receive, she's putting her intentions out there, and she's not letting fears, doubts, or insecurities, or how is this going to happen? Am I deserving of this happening to me? She hasn't got any of that BS filling up her mind. She's just in this space of being grateful in the space that she's in, loving the nature, being in the environment, soaking up the atmosphere, and just really being in joy in her wishes and her dreams. And she's putting that out into the universe in a very pure way. There's no insecurities, there's no doubts. And, you know, it kind of really connects in with the gratitude practice in terms of where we come from a place of gratitude. And we're not just doing it to kind of tick a box. And we do our gratitude practice because it's what we're expected to do, because it supports our manifestations. Gratitude practice really needs to come from the heart. And it's where you feel grateful for what you have. And that is the element, that is the energy that you want to put into any intention setting that you do with the 8-8 portal this week. You know, all of these beautiful light codes, all of this magic is being bestowed upon you. Feel the magic, feel your ambitions, feel your dreams this week, because that is the thing that's going to make the difference. And be expansive. Don't constrict, don't box, don't kind of confine what you think is possible, because in your Akashic records, all of the possibilities are recorded and already written in your Akashic records. It's just whatever trajectory you choose to travel on is what then brings that result, and it manifests. So if you're restricting yourself, then what you're doing is you're kind of putting yourself over here. But if you could keep a really open mind and be open to whatever could happen, the magics, the miracles, you don't need to worry about the how, then you can place yourself over here. And maybe, you know, this trajectory, this line, this potential that's written in your Akashic records could be, you know, so expansive and filled with abundance and prosperity. But because your mindset and your beliefs are taking you over here, then there's more lack and scarcity here. So it's kind of like, be expansive, be open, and just allow yourself to dream. Be in that creative space of, well, I'm going to just give myself permission to do this. And I'm not going to attach anything to it. I'm not going to attach any outcome or expectation, because what we can then set ourselves up for is disappointment. And then nothing comes in on that, you know? So feel the energies. And you may want to introduce a bit of gratitude in there as well, but this is more about this picture and these light codes and the magic and the universe hearing your dreams. But really be open to putting them out there this week, and just go big, be expansive, go big, and let go of the how, but feel into what that would feel like as you're living that dream, you're living that ambition. So I'm really drawn to the word practice. So make yourself some time this week, whilst the Lionsgate portal is still open, even if you don't do it on the 8th, and create yourself a little practice to be able to dream big, put it out to the universe, and then let go of the outcome. Let go of the outcome. Of course, taking a little bit of action is always supportive, because it cements the trajectory in your Akashic records. You get over to this point again. But don't worry about the why. Don't worry about the how. Let the universe do its magic and its miracles, and also the codes and all of the beautiful frequencies of light that are coming through the Stargate at the moment. Allow them to do the magic also. You know, we don't need to control everything. We don't need to know everything. We can just allow some magic and miracles to happen as well. So that is card 2. So this week we've got just very expansive, letting go, dreaming big, you know, looking for the signs and the synchronicities, allowing the universe. It's a real co-creative, universal guide kind of week this week. So let me know how the card resonates. Also listen to card 1. We're now going to go on to card 3. So please listen for card 3 as well. And if you want to get your own deck of cards or have your own session with me, then please reach out or click the links below. So card 3 is karmic relationships. Now, this is really interesting because this did come up in the recent Akashic alignments masterclass, which was the healing the curse of the witch wound. And again, if you want that, if you want the download of that replay, it was actually a 2.5-hour session. then let me know. But what I'm getting with this particular card for this week, you see how we've got this connection between these two females. And again, we've got this stream of light. So this is about connection. This is about aligned connections this week. And this is aligned connections with people, soul tribe, maybe family members that you have a really good connection with. But what I'm also being drawn to with this is reaching out to people this week. There's no need for you to do things on your own if you are struggling or feeling challenged. Reach out, because the support, the aligned support is there. So that's one message. Also, there's collaboration, there's co-creative connections that you're going to be able to make this week. So maybe people that you've never connected with before, reaching out. Maybe you're reaching out to people because you just want to maybe follow or know a little bit more about them. And you just don't know where that connection is going to take you. But this week, there is more aligned connections that you are going to make. And so this could be with, as I say, family, current family. It could be new friendships, new soul tribe, new clients, new colleagues. There's just this, all of this magic going on with each other, where we're connecting in a much more aligned way, and we're coming together to support each other. We're coming together to activate each other, to unlock gifts and wisdom within each other. And that's such a beautiful gift where we allow that to happen. And even where we have challenged relationship dynamics, usually with exes or perhaps ex-friends, partners, or family members, there is still magic in those connections, because you are able to maybe clear a karmic cycle, a karmic pattern, undo a karmic connection, like a negative karmic connection. So there's still magic in that as well, because it's showing you what is needing to still be healed, or how far you have come on your healing journey. So there's magic in all our connections, but I feel that there's very aligned connections that are happening this week. So really notice who you are choosing to spend time with, or taking the courage to reach out to new people that you've never done, and you may have never done that before, but you're just really drawn to reach out to somebody and say, just say hi, and it's lovely to meet you, whatever the kind of the reason that you'd want to reach out and connect with them. But don't allow your fears or your doubts or insecurities from holding you back to making aligned connections this week. Or avoid, sometimes we can have people reaching out to us and we're like, oh, I'm not going to answer that. I don't want to be bothered. Just also look at those types of connections as well, because there might be something in there that's actually really, really aligned. So aligned connections, making new connections, maybe reestablishing old connections. This is about collaboration. This is about reaching out for support, but also really looking at what you can do to be co-creative with those people around you. Lots of light codes, lots of healing. For some of you, lots of healing that is coming through with your relationship connections as well. So maybe even some that have been challenging and difficult recently. You might find that there's a real shift in that particular relationship, and there is healing that is happening there as well. So maybe some elements of forgiveness are being shown, maybe some understanding, maybe some compassion. And that helps then heal the bond, heal the connection. So karmic relationships, really, really beautiful again. But what I'm getting with all of these cards is this kind of real support from the universe, and these kind of light codes and energies that are coming down to support us and just create magic and miracles this week. So if you've not listened to the other two cards, please go and listen to all three, because they all connect with in some shape or form. And the final card, the bonus card, is magic and miracles. And oh my gosh, this is such the perfect card. It's money alchemy. So abundance, prosperity, and wealth, that's all part of the 8/8 portal in terms of the, you know, being like a master manifester and, as I say, manifesting your dream life, your dreams, you know, changing your reality, all of those things that, you know, that we are not constantly striving for, because if we're constantly striving for it, then we're always going to be striving for it, and we're always going to be coming from a place of lack. And that's where gratitude and abundance and all of that comes in, just noticing how abundant we already are. But money alchemy connects in with the 8/8 portal because there is magic and miracles that come through with this card. Because money alchemy is, when you think of an alchemist, they create from nothing. So they're able to transform, they're able to alchemize current situations to create something new. Something that's golden, something that feels really, really good. And so magic and miracles for you is very likely to be connected with abundance and money and wealth in some shape or form, because that's what we've got in this card. And the money alchemist is able to take a challenge and turn it into an opportunity. So there could be a financial challenge that pops up this week, and you're thinking, well, how's that a miracle? How's that magic? It's what you do, it's your perspective, it's your actions, it's your choice, it's your, you know, your support, whatever you do with that challenge. If in some shape or form it connects with money, or it might connect with relationships or health, but it's about taking the challenge and turning it into an opportunity. It's about pivoting it and spinning it completely around and seeing it from a different perspective and being able to act on that. So it does require a change of mindset, which in itself is alchemy. When we can shift our perspective about something or move our emotion from one state into another, we have alchemized and we have moved energy. So the magic and the miracle in that in itself is a magic and a miracle. But it's whether you choose to see it like that. So some people will have magic and miracles as these being like massive kind of events and experiences that happen that are just like totally unbelievable. But a magic and a miracle can be perceived as a small thing, but it's still a miracle that it's actually happened. So I would also invite you just to think about what the word miracle means to you. And do you only accept really big things as a miracle, or do you accept the smaller aspects, the shifts of energy, the shifts of a trigger, your beliefs being dissolved and becoming something else? Health issues, you know, slowly dissipating and you feeling different in yourself. Relationships slowly transforming and becoming more stronger. Do you see that as a miracle as well? Or do you just see that as everyday life? Because it's not, it's a miracle. So it's all about perspective. So you just having this reflection on what the word miracle is could be enough for you to create the magic and the miracles. And just in that shift of perspective, you do not then know what is going to land in your experience once you've had a shift around what a miracle is. And then you could start to see loads of miracles in your life that you've never even noticed before. And when you start to do that, you invite more miracles into your experience to notice, because that's what the universe is responding to. It's responding back to you. So when we start to see, you know, lots of lack and scarcity, and we're complaining and we haven't got enough, then that's what the universe is going to reflect back to us. Well, we'll just send her more of this because that's what she's focusing on. But when you start to see the money, magic, miracles, transforming challenges into opportunities, changing our mindsets to see this, the miracle, whatever size it is, that's what we invite more of. And that is where you create your magic and your miracles. So it's beautiful. It's a beautiful card, and it's all in the portal of 888. So these cards couldn't be better aligned for connection, co-creativeness, expansiveness, putting our intentions and our dreams and our wishes out to the universe and letting go of the how. Also looking for synchronicities and signs, connecting in with our guides, understanding our language with the universe, and also shifting our mindset around what a miracle is, but also noticing the miracles that we have and the miracles that we can attract and what that looks like for us. And it, you know, transforming challenge into potential, challenge into opportunity, challenge into possibility. It's shifting in it, it's pivoting it. And that's what the alchemist does. And you are the alchemist this week. So go and do some alchemy. Let me know how these cards resonate. I would love to hear how the 88 portal supports you this week, because it is there to support you. So amplify and leverage it as much as possible. That's what I would say, because, you know, it's a gift. So let's leverage it as much as we can. Yes, please. And if you want to go deeper, then reach out to me, get an empowerment oracle session, maybe get yourself a deck of cards, which comes with a free masterclass and a key, so you can do your own alchemy with the pendulum as the key. And do your own healing in the Akashic records. It's a modality in a box, this thing. It's amazing. And yeah, just let me know how you get on. And if you are interested, actually, I do have an Akashic record masterclass, which is a Lionsgate portal activator. It's a beautiful session. It's 2 hours. It comes with activity sheets. You're working with Goddess Isis in the Pyramid of Giza. You're also working with Sirius star beings, and you're really tuning into the light from the Stargate portal. And you will also be working with an Ankh. So these are very like magical symbols. So you'll be working with one of those as well in the journey. So if you want that masterclass, I will also place that information in the comments, in the description. But if you're not sure, then please reach out to me. Have a beautiful, magical week filled with miracles, and I will see you in 7 days. Love and blessings. Bye.